Yeah, you ain't know. Listen, if you hear any noise or voices in the background, if you can and have the willpower, disregard it. All right. So this had to be important, okay? Because master teacher experience, like, like told me to like basically present this to the people, okay? And because I was laying down, okay, and I was going, you know, and I just, and master teacher experience told me basically to bring this to the people. So I'm gonna bring this to y'all, okay? Now I'm gonna read this as quick as possible before I put my 2 cents in it. All right. And so I do have a beautiful translator right now. I'll get to this beautiful thing. It does have, different languages. It's pretty easy. It's pretty simple. You could say, I have it on Spanish right now. So I'm gonna say something. Can you hear me now?
¿Puedes oírme ahora?
Right. I think that's pretty sweet. So, and then it can go to like Chinese. I'm gonna do the different styles of Chinese. Can you hear me now?
你现在能听到我吗？
So, you could have a back and forth discussion. You could say something in those languages and it'll play it back in English. So I think that's pretty sweet. Uh, so let me see if I can do something here. Like, I know I said she and it said, you know,
Thank you.
so, so basically have a back and forth conversation with somebody with one of these. These are pretty cool. So, okay, now let me get to this because I thing is I'm going to reread this the best way I can. Is brought to me by Master Teacher Experience. So, here we go. First and foremost, it is primitive. It is primitive. Okay, for us to you for me for basically when you allowing children to starve right in front of you, that's primitive behavior. If you're killing somebody because of a disagreement, that's primitive behavior. And apparently, the first mark of a primitive society is a society that thinks itself to be advanced. And the first mark of a primitive consciousness is one that um, uh, thinks itself enlightened. Okay, so we are so basically this is gonna this message this is gonna help this is gonna basically assist in making certain that we have equality in regards to meaning opportunity. Okay, not equality as in sameness. Okay, be grateful that we don't have that type of equality. Okay, now we're talking about equality um, regarding opportunity, equal opportunity. Okay, now I'm going to read this. Okay, and then I'm going to put my 2 cents in it. All right. Okay, now it says the first one was like the basically the okay, it's through two shifts, two changes, one in your political paradigm, one in your spiritual. The movement to a unified world government would include a greatly empowered world court to resolve international disputes and a peacekeeping force to give power to the laws by which you choose to govern yourselves. The world government would include a Congress of Nations, two representatives from every nation on earth, and a people's assembly with representation in direct proportion to a nation's population. Pretty much the way of the U.S. government is set up. Where I come in a sense. I apologize. Okay. Pretty much the way the U.S. government is set up, with two houses, one providing proportional representation and one providing equal voice to all of the states. The U.S. Constitution was God-inspired. The same balance of powers should be built in to the New World Constitution. This would be likewise an executive branch, legislative branch, and a judicial branch. Each nation would keep its internal peacekeeping police, but all national armies would be disbanded, exactly as each of your individual states disbanded their armies and navies in favor of a federal peacekeeping force, serving the entire group of states you now call a nation. Nations would reserve the right to form and call up their own militia, and just as your states do now, each of the 160 nation states in the Union of Nations would have the right to secede from the Union based upon a vote of the people, though why it would want to do so is beyond me, given that its people would be more secure and more abundant than ever before. Now, what would this produce? Okay. One, an end to wars between nations and the settling of disputes by killing. Two, an end to abject poverty, death by starvation, and mass exploitation of people and resources by those of power. Three, an end to the systematic environmental destruction of the earth. Four, an escape from endless struggle for bigger, better, more. Five, an opportunity truly equal for all people to rise to the highest expression of self. Six, an end to all limitations and discrimination holding people back, whether in housing, in the workplace, or in the political system, or in personal sexual relationships. Okay? And this, you feel me, and it gives individuals, you feel me, equal and you know, the workplaces, which will be called the joy places, okay? Because this will be converted to joy and everything. So the thing is, this is what, you know, I was brought to by master teacher experience, and basically it was wisely advised to make things visible, and you know, for you know, us to be able to give 10%, which would be voluntary to certain, you know, the such corporations and stuff like that. So when we get this jumping, we'll be able to give 10% of our earnings from, you know, from all this equal opportunity that, you feel me? So this is for us to come together. Okay, everyone? So, you know, I just would like this, let y'all know this. And I'm just going to say, okay, I'm going to hit it here. Okay.
Gracias. Gracias. 谢谢.
I really would like to say myself.
감사합니다. Спасибо, спасибо.
Oh yeah, I did say that.
谢谢.
Okay, now.
我爱你.
我爱你. Te amo. I just like to
당신을 사랑해요. 愛しています. Я люблю тебя.
okay, so I just would like to bring this to y'all, and and let's get this right, okay? So here's the little thing. I'm gonna put my little 2 cents in it to wrap this up real quick. All right, okay. We're gonna implement this, okay? This is this is the way to get to our for us to become true Republicans, okay? All right, this is and this is let's do this, okay? You feel me? So because I'm just letting you, give y'all, this is a specific warning, beautiful. I'm give y'all warning, okay? Because if y'all keep thinking y'all gonna continue y'all messy behaviors and bad behaviors to put on the act and stuff like that, okay? You really not gonna like me. Even if you don't like me now, you really not gonna like me, okay? All right, because you gonna be put in a position. You just not gonna like what happens to you. All right, so sometimes like what does it mean to even be wise if you in a position? Okay, so this is you feel me? Replay this and listen to this what I wrote down, because I was like finna nap, so I was woken up to basically present this to y'all. Okay, because the Most High already knows I'm gonna put my 2 cents in. You feel me? Because I was basically, y'all gonna be, y'all gonna really get something. Because I'm nothing to play with spiritually, bro. I really don't care about this material. Yeah, I take everything that you think you like material. I take it all from you. I take your breath out I take it from you. I don't need guns. Now, I do think it was pretty sweet that the Most High brought to my attention, okay, said the peacekeeping police. Whoa, I can't make this up. Like, rewatch the video on that. When I was writing that, I was like, peacekeeping police? What? So, so re-list to this and, certain position. Let's get this going and let's do this, okay? All right. I love y'all. Stay accountable and find something safe to do.